To this 2K Sports broadcast live in Milwaukee from the home court of the Bucks. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Well, great instincts by Bledsoe. Picks it up cleanly, able to jumpstart the fast break.
Eric Bledsoe, Greg, one of the league's best slashers.
Yeah, he gets to the rim with regularity, and he finishes at a high rate, lives at the line. He is a nightmare in the open court. That was what we call a brain fart. Not sure what was on his mind with that one.
That's inexcusable. That kind of shot selection isn't doing anybody any good.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Leonard, no luck. And again, the turnover by the Bucks. And so Gasol will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Here's Siakam. It's good from long range. Siakam's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Leonard looking around. And then Leonard with the dunk.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. And here's Bledsoe. Looking to end the run. And the rejection by Lowry. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Bledsoe. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Lopez outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Antetokounmpo. It doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Gasol. Well, after the Raptors fell short of their goals last season, you knew they were going to be changing some things up.
Well, obviously the first big move was moving on from Dwayne Casey as the head coach. And you think about Dwayne had brought the best years this franchise had seen, and they still felt it was time for a shift. Now, it's not necessarily his blame. Sometimes you just need to hear a new voice when you've ended in the playoffs the way they have over the last several years.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Right, because otherwise you're going to give up those close-range opportunities all night. If you allow the opposition to get into a groove, look out.
Lowry, good.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. That one falls. Antetokounmpo's got 6.
What a phenomenal quarter from the field. A great shooting percentage, excellent shots. This is really well done.
Bucks trailed by 7. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last.
Well, he's obviously anticipating different movement there. And instead of an easy connection, the pass sails straight into the front row.
Here's Van Vliet. It's stolen by Hill. Middleton looking it over. Outside Hill. And it's Mirotic at the elbow. Clock at 6. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
No, exactly, Greg. Especially when the ball is that deep inside. You've got to respect how he altered that shot.
And here's Hill for 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Leonard attacking. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And get a load of that move. We don't get to see plays like that very often.
No, we don't. Sailing in off the baseline for the reverse stuff. Here's Hill. And it's Mirotic at the elbow. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. So it's Toronto now. They lead by 7. Here's Van Vliet. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Van Vliet's got his first 3 points of the game.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Here's Mirotic. Buries the 7-footer. There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Ibaka. And he drops it in from the low post.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Here's Middleton. And that one goes long.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one. And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Yeah, you know, it looks like they've wanted it more. Outstanding hustle and determination throughout.
Pass to Mirotic. And Mirotic throws it down.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Yeah, and an example of why you want to let the game come to you. The opening presented itself. He converted in a big way.
The Raptors shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Middleton inside. He hits the shot at the 39nd.
Goodness!
Woo! And so it's the Toronto Raptors with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be right back after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And what do you guys think about the Raptors here so far in this one?
In that opening quarter, I don't know that you could ask for much more.
They've been simply outstanding, Greg, and let's see if they can build off this early lead.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Marc Gasol is the more fiery of the Gasol brothers. Pau Gasol says, I sugarcoat things a little more than Marc. He's more emotional, more direct. And Marc said, when a mistake happens on defense, I know you're not concentrating. I don't allow that. He knows controlling his frustration is important. He says, I'm working on it. Guys?
Part of leadership, DA. Thank you. It's stolen by Ibaka. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode. Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
I'm not sure why he doesn't continue to move the basketball. Would have served that team much better.
Mirotic gets the bucket. Of course, at times out there, things get a little heated. Some people feel like the whistle's being blown too quickly on some of these technical fouls. What do you think?
I would actually completely disagree, Kevin. I think there are certain players who are given far too much latitude and others for whom the whistle does come too quickly. So I think it would be better and more helpful to the officials, the teams, and also the fans to understand what is and what does cross a line. Because to me, there's no consistency. There's a lot of confusion. And I think it works both ways. Sometimes too long of a leash, sometimes too short.
Excellent appraisal. Van Vliet. And again, no good by Toronto. To the middle. Stolen. Here's Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
This is Powell at his best. In attack mode, he is hard to stop.
Bucks trail by 11. In the corner, Ilyasova with it. The Bucks working the ball around. Here's Middleton. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
And Chris Middleton, 2 seasons ago, tore his hamstring completely off the bone. I mean, he's come back and hasn't missed a beat. One of the most well-rounded players you'll see.
Now here is Lowry. He's got 8. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And the wide open shot from Bledsoe. He trains the quick shot. Bledsoe's got his first points of the game. And Chris Middleton with maybe, Greg, his best season yet in 2017-18.
It just seems like he gets better every year. A former second-round pick, now all-star caliber. He's worked extremely hard, stayed in the lab, and now we're seeing the results.
Listen, we know this guy's gifted athletically. Bledsoe finishing strong off that dribble drive.
Lowry, good. Bucks trail by 9. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Well, people are always talking about his scoring, but Bledsoe, very good vision as well, finding the open man there.
And here's Gasol outside. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Milwaukee Bucks. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
And from everything you hear about Giannis Antetokounmpo, he keeps a laser focus. Basketball and his family are his sole preoccupations.
Now here's Lowry. He's got 10. The three-pointer is right on target.
Well, he's one of those guys who's kept their offense clicking. They're in front thanks in no small part to what this guy's done.
Count it. And some have even compared Giannis to Kobe Bryant for his single-minded dedication, Greg, to improvement.
Yeah, you know, something of an introvert. Not a guy you'll find out on the town or schmoozing with other stars. He's content to save outside pursuits for after his playing days are done.
Bucks trail by 6. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's foul number 2 for him. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
Yeah, you go for the steal, but at least you do get the deflection.
Well, Greg, you make them reset their offense, right? It's disrupting their rhythm.
He gets that one. 14 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Lowry from outside. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
One-on-one here. Pass to Powell. Takes a 3. And Marc Gasol good for 3.
Well, listen, there's no one around him, and he says thank you very much. Wide open look at 3, as easy as that.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And the Raptors making a change here. Bledsoe for 3. And it's Kyle Lowry with the rebound.
Well, this is a tough night so far. They'd be smart to rely more on a couple of their other options.
Toronto leading by 7. Beyond the arc. That one is no good. He is 6 for 11 in the game.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's Van Vliet. Pass to Gasol. Three-pointer. The shot, no good. And we've reached halftime in this one. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. And the Bucks with possession here. 7-point differential. Pass to Brogdon. Shoots it. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Middleton's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Bucks. Outside Leonard. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low. And why take that contested shot? I mean, make the extra pass.
Well, that's a head scratcher. When the defense is in your grill, move the ball.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Right side, Green to the middle. It's thrown by to Kumbo. Pass to Brogdon. He's off on that one. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. That one goes in.
And that's how you want to come out of the locker room. He is fired up.
Absolutely perfect start to the half, setting the tempo right away with an easy opportunity at the cup.
And with Kawhi Leonard, he just does everything well on the floor. Offense, defense, rebounding, runs the floor. I mean, he is one of the more complete players in our league. He can completely take over a game on both ends.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Got a piece of it. And the whistle blows. It'll be on Pat Connaughton. That is his first foul of the game. Milwaukee making a switch here. Lowry for 3. And again, no good by Toronto. And Greg with Kawhi started as a defensive stopper, but he now is so much more than that.
I mean, he's got a great outside shot, that pull-up jumper, the turnarounds in the post. He has the complete repertoire. You never would have thought he was only viewed as a defense guy once upon a time, but was already a fantastic player. But this is a guy that continues to just add to his game.
Inside, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Kevin, I've always appreciated the unselfish nature of George Hill. He always has his eyes surveying the floor.
The drive by Lowry, and it's sent back by Lopez. A deep 3 from Leonard. No good on the quick 3.
Yeah, and even with his range, that one might be asking a little too much.
Yeah, that zip code might extend beyond his range. My goodness, let's take a better shot next time.
Siakam misses. Bucks trail by 9. Pass to Lopez. To the right side. Just his first attempt. And it doesn't even draw iron. Top of the key, Siakam. Back to Powell. Leonard on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Goes back up. Lopez with the block.
Oh, the long arms of Brook Lopez effortlessly sends that back.
The Raptors making a switch here. The Raptors shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. And Marc Gasol, a force on both ends of the floor. You forget, Greg, that he's won a Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, Gasol doesn't really wow you on defense with what he does. I mean, he gets blocks. but it's really his positioning and his rotations are what make him so great. Always involved in plays, and he just seems to be able to protect the rim and a terrific team defender.
And last season, not the one Brook Lopez wanted to have before heading into free agency.
He just never seemed to find a place with the Lakers and saw his minutes decline as he wasn't in their plans. Averaged a career low in terms of minutes played per game last year. And I think he still's got a lot to offer and should bounce back closer to his all-star level of output.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, it is the era of positionless basketball, but how exactly did we get here? Well, new defensive rules at the turn of the century encouraged face-up scoring, motion-based offense, and guard play over isolation and post-ups. As a result, offensive roles have become more interchangeable.
It has become a positionless game now. David, thank you very much. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Offline from the top of the key.
Yeah, tough for them to bounce back when he's shooting like this. He's been off all period.
Back to Siakam. Leonard inside. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
Boy, the defense gets into his head and alters his release when he really doesn't have to.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Top of the key, Siakam. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
Boy, I didn't think he had a chance of stopping that lay-in. What a gutsy defensive play. Exactly the kind of ball movement they're looking for.
And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Toronto. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
I'll tell you, this guy will not stop pouring it on. It doesn't matter what approach they've tried to use against him. He has had an answer for everything.
Antetokounmpo with the bucket.
Well, what a terrific option he is for them. Really puts a ton of stress on an opponent.
Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Right side Hill. Here's the teardrop. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the Toronto. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Raptors leading by 10. Lowry feeling it out a bit. Gasol wide open. He fires. And Siakam has it in the corner. And the wide open shot from Green. Knocks down the 3 ball. Green's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Toronto. Here's Middleton. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. 8 points for Chris Middleton. Doris, look in your crystal ball. 5 years from now, who do you think will be the 2-3 best players in the NBA?
Well, certainly some of the names. I won't say this is a definitive list, but as long as health holds, I'm going to give you 3 men who are going to be bad men in the NBA for a long time. Giannis Antetokounmpo, because the Greek freak is able at his size to handle it, take it off the window, and dominate action in transition. If he gets a consistent jump shot, forget about it. Ben Simmons, exactly the same thing. His passing ability is extraordinary. I think you'll see him get a low post game, and I think he'll get a jump shot, and he will be unguardable. And one of my absolute favorites is Mr. Joel Embiid. Give it to you inside, give it to you outside. Mr. Embiid can handle it. He can dominate with his defense. Those 3 men are going to be all-stars for a long, long time.
Pass to Lowry. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Count that one from Van Vliet. Bucks trail by 13. And here's Brogdon from the arc. It's rebounded by Gasol. Here's Green. Outside for Lowry. Outside Gasol. 5 to shoot. And again, Toronto with the triple.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Now here's Bledsoe. Back to Mirotic. Bledsoe outside. The Bucks working the ball around. Here's Middleton. That shot missing. Great D that time from Green. Pass to Van Vliet. Back to Lowry. Here's Van Vliet. Now here is Lowry. Toronto needs to get off a shot. Here's Brogdon. He hits it from 9. Toronto leading by 14. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. And finished off by Gasol.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much elevation for Gasol to throw one down, of course, unless somebody's standing right in his way. That dunk is going to be easy money for him.
Now here's Bledsoe. Outside Mirotic. And it's Toronto with the rebound. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth.
Outstanding pass. He reads the play as it develops, and his lead pass is absolutely perfect.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
And even now in his mid-30s, Marc Gasol is fantastic. He gives you everything you want at that center position. Strong defender and rebounder, and he has a host of ways to get you buckets.
So both teams making some changes here. Bucks trailed by 18. Bledsoe looking around. Pass to Middleton. Up top, Brogdon. There's the 3. Great D that time from Green. And with Gasol, he continues to develop his outside shot, Greg, to act as a stretch center now.
Yeah, and really the combination of his 3-ball shooting and his passing, really, even at this stage of his career, makes him a tough cover. You worry if he'll settle too much for that outside shot, but boy, when he is on, there are few answers for slowing him down. It feels like that one could be the dagger. Not enough time to completely erase this deficit.
Well, Greg, it's going to be tough, that's for sure. A shot like that has to devastate the other team.
Left side, Antetokounmpo.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Toronto.
Their superior ball handling won it for him.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Kawhi Leonard.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
And here's Gasol outside. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Gasol's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Raptors. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. And Gasol now top of the key. On the wing, Green. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Chris Middleton. And Danny Green, a terrific shooter who also, Greg, happens to give you great production on defense.
Yeah, and I'd have to say Green's probably alone in history with his shooting and defense. Only player to ever have 6 or more seasons with at least 50 blocks and 73s. You know, it might be arbitrary checkpoints, but nevertheless, it illustrates just what Green brings to the table, a consistent 3 and D player.
Here's Siakam. Misses the 3.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
That one goes in. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Well, for the Raptors, they can just run out the clock. Now, Lowry. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. To come into an opponent